Peace Tribe, Grand Risings, good morning. What up, though? I am back to race against another 10-minute clock. Okay, so the energy this week, now that some of the previous energy has kind of worked itself out and has unfolded, the energy this week is surrounding around newness, right? But it's newness from the place of like the calm after the storm. So like the image that I keep getting in my mind is kind of like, you know how like in the movies, like after a plane crash or something tragic, something like that happens, and the main character is usually standing in the middle and they just kind of looking around and observing what has happened around them. That's the kind of place that I'm getting that we in right now. So I mean, it is newness. It's just newness after shit then hit the fan. So this is kind of like a space where everything has been laid out on the table. Like the truth is out, and it's just kind of like, okay, now what? What from here? What's next? So like as a continuation really from last week, like it's still kind of like an uncomfortable space to be in. But I feel like as far as this situation goes, the hardest part is over. So now it's just about how to move forward, what ways to move forward, what directions to move forward in. What do I want my future to look like once I'm done rebuilding and getting back on my feet, right? But I feel like what's most important to focus on is right now what paying attention or observing what changes occurred within this process. I'm not going to even put a time frame on it. What changes occurred in this process? And I say that because it'll show you, because I had the old being washed away by the new. But what it will do is show you what spirit or God or your higher power was trying to get you to shake loose from, what was still hanging on to you that you were not aware of, what you were still hanging on to that you were not aware of, which I think was in the reading last week. Your higher power needed you to know what things that you were still attached to, and what things deserved your attention, deserved more attention, and what things needed less attention, right? So it's like now you can see things more clearly, because it's the energy of like after the dust settles. So now that shit that hit the fan and everything is just, all of the cards are on a table, the collective is in a space of like clarity. I feel like realizing that they're burnt out, realizing in all of the ways that they have overextended themselves, sacrificed themselves, so what I'm hearing is like this right now is a state of acceptance. That's a good way to put it, because it's like you done already got the clarity, you done already went through those stages. Now it's just about accepting what has happened, or what is happening, or what is about to unhappen, and sitting in it, right? But Spirit was saying also, they was also saying that about staying grounded, but also standing your ground. So you'll have to know how that applies to you in your situation. And I was getting that because I was getting that someone may be trying to like either use their words to mentally or physically cause harm, like, you know, arguments, or cause self-doubt, or like, say for example, if this is a situation where you see the truth about a workplace. And it's just like, you know what? I don't think this is going to work for me anymore. I think I'm going to go ahead and put in my 2-week notice. And then your boss comes with, oh, if you leave, then you won't get this. And if you leave, then you won't get that. And et cetera, right? So, yeah, standing your ground, but also staying grounded. So being firm in your decision, but also keeping your emotions in check. Hopefully that's making sense. I think it's going to be important about the staying grounded and keeping your emotions in check, because now that everything is out and clear, I feel like motherfuckers are going to be trying to do any and everything they can to try to latch on or hold on, or to get you to continue to hold on or latch on or stay around. So basically this is kind of like a baby steps. You want to be taking baby steps right now, so that you can figure out how you want to rebuild your life moving forward. And the actual death and rebirth card came out. That's this whole total energy right now. Death and rebirth, new beginnings, being born again. That could even be a thing for some of you. Some of you could have gotten baptized, born again. Oh yeah, okay. I was seeing too about making room or space in preparation for something. So some of you could be relocating after this, like, so this could be a bad breakup, this could be, like I said, termination or leaving a job, but whatever it is, now that it is out of the way, you can make room for something else, something new, something bigger, something better, whatever. Starting over, rebuilding, rebirth, burnout, overextending. I think I might have covered everything. Oh, when I asked for advice moving forward for the collective, I was getting the energy of someone, this keeps coming up. Somebody is watching the collective, because this keeps coming up. It's been coming up for months now about somebody observing before they approach. And initially, I mean, that could be from any angle, because I think I've channeled this before, and it was like, oh, okay, a job wanting to know that they even had the funds or whatever before they brought you on, or wanting to be in a certain space before somebody approached you romantically, whatever. But if that has not unfolded already, somebody is still watching the collective. They're observing before they approach, but I feel like everything happens in duality. So it could be from a good place and it could be from a not so good place. We just put it that way. So just continue to use discernment and to be aware that someone is watching your moves, how you move forward, what you're going through, so that they can, whatever it is that they're trying to do, right? But I was about to say, Spirit wants you moving forward. When I ask for advice, Spirit wants you to move forward in silence. Spirit wants you to Spirit, God, whatever, wants you to rebuild. Because now that you've had the tower moment, this is the time now you have to get back on your feet and you have to rebuild. Spirit wants you to do that in silence. Now that you are aware of who does not belong around you, what connections do not work for you, what was once an opportunity that is not now an opportunity, now that you have clarity on what is for you and what is not for you, on what will work and what will not work, and now that you can rebuild on a solid foundation, Spirit wants you to make sure that you don't invite any connections or energy or anything into your new beginning that does not belong there. So that was the whole point of this recent tower moment, to get rid of what does not belong or what cannot move forward with you. So it's uncomfortable right now, but it's a new beginning disguised.